Somewhere in our solar system, a traveler is falling, not guided by engines, not controlled by intention, only by gravity. For millions of years, this object has wandered through darkness, far beyond the planets, beyond Mars, beyond Jupiter, in regions so cold that sunlight arrives as little more than a faint whisper. This is where comets are born, ancient remnants from the birth of the solar system, fragments left behind when the planets formed over 4.5 billion years ago. Frozen mixtures of ice, dust, ancient rock, time capsules drifting through space. Most comets are small, very small, only a few kilometers wide. Compared to planets, and they are almost insignificant, but they possess something powerful. Speed, when gravity begins to pull them toward the sun and they start to fall. And as they fall, they accelerate, faster and faster. Some comets travel tens of kilometers every second. At that speed, they cross entire cities in the blink of an eye. And when something moving that fast hits another object, the energy released can be catastrophic. But this time, the comet's destination is not a normal planet, not Mars, not Venus, not Earth. Something far greater is waiting, a giant, Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, a world so enormous that every other planet could fit inside it. Its diameter is more than 11 times that of Earth. If Earth were a small marble, Jupiter would be a giant beach ball floating in space. But its size is only part of the story. Its mass is even more astonishing. Jupiter weighs more than all the other planets in the solar system combined, and with that mass comes immense power. Gravity, a force so strong that it dominates the outer solar system. Asteroids change their paths when they pass nearby. Comets are captured, wandering objects that drift too close rarely escape. So, when our fragile comet approaches Jupiter, this stops being an encounter and becomes a trap. At first, nothing seems unusual. The comet continues its fall, every second a little faster, every moment a little closer. But then, Jupiter's gravity begins to do something strange. It does not pull evenly. The front of the comet feels a stronger pull than the back. The difference is small, but it grows. Slowly, the comet begins to stretch, as if invisible hands are pulling from both ends, stronger and stronger, until the comet can no longer hold together. Cracks appear, ice fractures, and suddenly, it breaks. The single object shatters, piece by piece, fragments drifting apart. Yet every fragment continues falling, like a chain of icy bullets aimed directly at the giant planet. This is not just theory, it really happened. In 1994, astronomers witnessed an extraordinary event. A comet called Shoemaker Levy 9 had been captured by Jupiter's gravity. During its approach, the planet tore it apart. The comet split into more than 20 pieces, a long chain of fragments stretching across space. And every one of those fragments was falling toward Jupiter. Then the impacts began, one after another. Each fragment plunged into Jupiter's atmosphere at unimaginable speed. The explosions were enormous. Each impact released energy equal to millions of nuclear bombs. Fireballs erupted thousands of kilometers above the planet's clouds. Columns of superheated gas shot upward into the Jovian sky. And when the flames faded, something remained. Scars, dark marks burned into Jupiter's cloud tops, some of them so large they could swallow the entire Earth. From our distant planet, astronomers watched in awe. For days, humanity was witnessing a cosmic collision in real time. The first time in history we had ever seen two major objects of the solar system crash together. But the most astonishing part came afterward. Jupiter barely noticed. The giant planet continued rotating. Its colossal storms kept raging. Its winds kept screaming at hundreds of kilometers per hour. Because Jupiter is not solid like Earth. It is a massive sphere of dense gas and deep liquid layers. The comet fragments never struck a surface. They simply vanished, swallowed by the atmosphere of the giant. And within days, Jupiter's storms erased the scars. The dark marks slowly faded until it looked as if nothing had ever happened. But that event revealed something profound. Jupiter may be more than just a giant planet. It may be a guardian. Its enormous gravity acts like a shield for the inner solar system. Many comets that might otherwise cross Earth's orbit are captured by Jupiter first, redirected, destroyed, or thrown back into deep space. Without Jupiter, our planet might face far more impacts from wandering comets. In a way, the giant planet absorbs danger on behalf of the worlds inside. So when a comet meets Jupiter, it is not really a battle. It is a reminder of scale. A fragile traveler of ice and dust, meeting a gravitational titan. The comet arrives with speed, with momentum, with ancient energy. But Jupiter answers with something greater, mass. And in the universe, mass always wins. Fragments fall, energy erupts, clouds scar, and within days, the storms erase the evidence. The comet disappears. Jupiter continues, unmoved, because in the vast scale of the cosmos, some giants are simply too powerful to notice the fall of a wandering star of ice.